So let's get one thing straight here. If you think that nothing ever changes in the marketing industry, you're completely wrong. Because if you're still trying to grow your business using Google Ads, then you are becoming the dinosaur in the room. And what I mean by this is something so incredibly important that everyone needs to actually pay attention to this. In 40, 50, or 60 months from now, your Google Ads is going to be useless. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, Tarek, what are you talking about? How could this possibly be? All our business comes from Google. No one is going to be able to use Google if they're not on Google to search. Why do you think there is so much investment happening in AI, Bixby, Gemini? All these platforms now are having built-in AI. And the reason for that is people are going to be searching via AI. People are going to be searching based on the videos they see on their social media, on their TikToks, on their Instagram, on their Reels. So it's done. It's already there. It's very obvious because all of your habits, all of your normal everyday habits is happening on Instagram and TikTok. So if those things are where you're spending your time, don't you think it's important for you to put your business's time on there and figure that out? And that's the point, right? Your Google Ads is working fantastic right now because everyone's searching using Google Ads. But the minute people aren't going to the Google console to search, nobody's going to care of how big your budget is or how many people are there because no one's looking there. So it's really important for you right now is to learn how to develop your brand story. This is fundamental now. If you want to grow, either you shift and you figure out how to tell your story to an organic crowd or you're lost. And when I mean lost, I mean you are extinct. Close your door, shut your business down because you missed it. Now, with that statement comes a lot of questions. So, okay, if I got to go all in on this social media thing, if I got to go all in on telling stories, if I got to go all in on making videos, what's the recipe? What do I got to do? So really, there is 5 super important things that you have to do. And when I say you have to do, I mean like you don't have an option. You don't have a choice. You got nothing to do here. You got to do it. So number 1, first and foremost, is understand that your Google Ads is going to disintegrate. You have to come to this understanding with an open heart and an open mind because this gives you time to still evolve and adapt. But if you're going to be a dinosaur, just remember that those guys got extinct thousands and thousands, if not millions or billions. God knows the story of the dinosaurs, but they're gone. The point is they're gone. So if you want to be a dinosaur, hey, Google is very happy to take all your money and your time, but you got to evolve a little bit. I'm sure they will too, but that's what it is right now. Number 2, most importantly, is you cannot sell anymore, right? This is a thing that you have to understand. When you finally muster up the courage to make a video and you're going to take your phone out for the first time, you're going to hit record and you're going to start doing some of this, you got to really understand the situation. Telling the story, entertaining, making people laugh. These are the reasons why people open up their phone. Nobody's opening up their phone to get an ad. This is the most evasive, annoying thing. And that's why there's a button called skip. That's why there's something called YouTube Premium, because you can skip the ads. So you don't want to be skipped. So what you need to do is figure out that there's 3 things everybody really loves. People love being entertained, people love being educated, and people love, more than anything else, learning. Those are the 3 things. So you got to figure out what you can do to fit into your niche. But it's got to be one of these 3 things. If you can't figure out how to make your business one of these 3 things, again, dinosaur analogy, you're extinct. So you got to come out and be authentic, be real, be trustworthy, so people actually like you. If people don't like you, you're going nowhere fast. And this is something people have to understand, is that you need to be likable. You need to be engaging. You need to be friendly. You need to be social. You need to know what you're talking about. So if you don't know anything, you're gone. If people don't like you, you're gone. A lot of ways to disappear. But at the same time, it's never been easier to just pick up a camera and make a video and say, hey, if you have a problem with this certain thing, or if you have a loose electrical wires, or if your water softener is not working, or you don't know how to make a video, or whatever it is, people are willing to listen. People are willing to learn. And this is your chance. So you can easily get into that. Number 3, does it even matter that you have followers? And the short answer is no. Nobody cares about the followers unless you're trying to get an influencer gig going, or you're trying to do that, then okay, influencers make a difference. If you're trying to build a brand and you want to sell your product, okay, influencers is really important. You need these big numbers. But if you just want to tell your story to the masses, if you just want to project information to so many different people, numbers don't matter. Numbers really don't matter, because I have videos that gets millions of views and I got videos that gets thousands of views. And I'm telling you right now, I don't have 1 million followers, but the views will reach, the views will soar, the views will do fantastic. assuming, of course, the content is engaging and entertaining. And like I said, you have to follow this criteria here. But if you can do all those things, for sure. So followers, not a big deal. Don't spend so much time on the followers. Don't get nervous about the followers. Focus on making your content. Focus so much on making your content and understanding that you got to post it everywhere. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, 5 to 7 platforms that you know your audience is, where your customers are. That's where you got to be. So make that content, put it everywhere so everyone can see it. Because if you get 100 here, 100 here, 100 here, 100 here, guess what? This is almost 1,000 people that you just reached out to that never knew you before. Now I understand you're in a situation where, like, well, I just serve this local area here. I don't need to be an international brand. Yeah, right. You serve this local area. You're in Mississauga, or you're in Toronto, or you're in London, or you're even in Windsor for that matter. And yeah, you don't have to reach out to everybody. You're right. But having 1 million followers or having people love your videos just adds so much to your credibility. It adds so much to your expertise. It adds so much to your craft that you've become an authority. So when you go to that customer in your city or your rural village and they say, hey man, I seen your video on YouTube, you're the man. You know what you're talking about. I trust you. Here's my money. It will never harm you to grow, right? That's something you have to understand. It'll never harm you. So don't be afraid of the growth. Don't be afraid of the investment in time. Don't be afraid of any of it. Do it. But do not think you can get your 12-year-old daughter or your 16-year-old niece to do this job. This is not for the weak of heart. This isn't for the faint, because what you have to understand is you're the expert. Presumably you're the expert. If you're watching this video right now, you're trying to figure out a way to grow your business. You're figuring out a way how to expand your business. And a kid isn't going to get it. Sure, they might be really good at, hey, this is how I got ready today kind of video. Yeah, okay, great. But like how to crimp wires, how to build a swimming pool, how to change a filter, they don't know, right? They can give you a trend, how to dance and how to move. They can do that. But if you're looking for outside of these trending moments, no, you need to understand it. You need someone that understands it and someone that can help you navigate that and let them share your experience. So again, very important, having that experience being shared. Consistency and reputation. If it isn't said 1,000,000 times, I haven't said it at all. You gotta be consistent. You gotta do this over and over again. Now, what does that mean over and over again? Some people, I posted regularly once every week. No. Consistency, the new definition of consistency is every single day. And I want you to understand this. Every single day. If you're not going to do that, unfortunately, you're going to fail. Just bring it right to the end for you, just a conclusion. If you're unable to post every single day, you're going to fail. Now, it's hard for you to post every single day. It takes so much time for you to post every single day. Yeah, you got to schedule it a little bit. You got to plan it out a little bit, and you got to really get yourself comfortable with it. But I just want you to imagine, how much time does it actually take to pick this thing up, to do a video and record for 1 minute or 2 minutes? It actually takes 1 minute or 2 minutes. Now, if you're in your field and you're doing your job every single day, you know it's a really good way to make content? Solving people's problems. You know the jobs that get called on that, technically speaking, they could do it, right? Like the guy calling saying, hey, I got this problem. You know in the back of your mind, I can just tell him over the phone how to do that. And that's your content right there. Not only are you going to help with tons of people's problems, you're going to solve so many people's problems with that. At the same time, you're making great content. At the same time, you're educating people. And guess what? People like it. So there's no harm here. It's very easy for you to figure out the content to make. But what you got to do is just do it. Just make that content and you'll be great. And the thing that really makes a big difference, and a lot of people don't know this, and a lot of people ignore this, and a lot of people think this isn't really true, and we're going to conclude with this point here, but this is the most important point. It's called social media, guys. It's really a social adventure. And what that means is, yeah, you got to reply to comments. Yes, you have to make comments on people's posts. You have to actually be involved. And a lot of people don't get it. Like, well, why? I just made the video. Isn't that good enough? No, it's not good enough, because you're building a community. You're building a brand. You're building an entire precedent around who you are. So no, it's not enough just to make a video and fly it up there. No, you need to comment. You need to respond. You need to like. You need thumbs up. You are a business. You are your person. You are the soul of that business. And the only way you'll grow, believe it or not, is truly in that comment section. That's where everybody feels compelled to like you. That's where everyone's going to really discover who you really are. That's where all the magic happens, is in that comment section. So if you keep making videos and that comment section is blank, like so many people's are, that's where you need to focus first and foremost, because if you can start populating that comment section, you will see yourself growing rapidly. And I mean rapidly, multiples of multiples of multiples growth. But you got to harvest that comment section. You got to respond to that comment section. And then don't forget, you really need to post every single day.